Hi everyone, how are you? It's me, Daddy May. It is Sunday, July 18th, 2021. And it's 12:46 p.m. where I am. So, it's the afternoon. And I look like I just woke up because it wasn't terribly long ago. I didn't really do much with my hair at all, so it kind of is what it is. So I apologize ahead of time if my setup here falls because I don't have a tripod or anything like that where I can, so it's like I always rig my iPad up on books, on boxes, on whatever. So anyways, thought I'd do a little bit of an update and tell you some things that have been on my mind. And also, let's see, first of all, let's go with a weigh-in. I did weigh in on Friday, and, well, I weighed in this morning too. But, let's see, let me just double check. On June 28th, which was just after actually I think it was the day I moved in here, the day after, I weighed 289.2. Today, I weighed 282.4. So, about 7 pounds or so. That's what I'm not counting the decimal in my updates. 7 pounds since then. That's not bad. I am proud of myself because since I've been here, I've been, let me see. Let me just check. So today actually marks my third week, the beginning of my third week. So I've lost 7 pounds in a couple weeks. That's not bad. Now, I'll take it, of course. I'm not going to argue it, but part of me is wondering if what I'm losing is actually muscle, because I have not been able to be active at all. At all. I was crying earlier today because things are so difficult when I try to get out of bed. I mean, incredibly difficult. I try to take medications, not that have been prescribed, but well, the ibuprofen 800 is something I've had that I would take as needed for headaches previously, but I've been taking those regularly now with what I got going on. And as well, I'm taking like a Tylenol arthritis, only it's a store brand version. So I'm piggybacking those and I'm trying to stay on top of them, but I go to bed at night, and if I don't wake up in the middle of the night and take something, morning is excruciating. Some mornings are better than others. Of course, I think the weather, I mean, if this is psoriatic arthritis, which I'm kind of wondering it is, the weather probably. I'm also wondering, because of all the pain I have in here on both sides, if maybe I've got fibromyalgia going on as well. It's not easy, and it gets me emotional sometimes. So I wanted to share some thoughts that have been running through my mind. I had therapy last Thursday. I've been having it weekly now, just since I moved here, because things are still some days overwhelming. Just being, well, all the pain and being somewhere I'm not familiar with, all the newness. But I will say, thank God for my sister and brother-in-law once again for letting me into their home and rent-free. I've just been covering groceries, and if my legs feel strong enough, I've done dishes a few times. So I do what I can when I can. My mom, as some of you know, passed away in 2006 from many complications of super morbid obesity. I have no idea how much she weighed, but her legs were huge, and especially her left leg. Like I said, she had a huge, like 80-pound lymphedema growth on the back of her leg. And some of you also may know that my sister I'm living with, well, and my other sister, my younger one, both were sisters I didn't find out till later in life. So when I was, like, for example, when I was working on trying to improve my relationship with my dad, I realized he had a lot of demons, because he had a tragic thing happen when he was a teenager, or maybe very early 20s. I think he was a teenager. He was driving, and he had a female friend next to him. They got in an accident, and she died. That is huge. That is so difficult. I can't even imagine carrying that with you, you know. And he chose drugs and alcohol and whatnot. So I understood. I began to understand, you know, as I matured, I began to understand some of the things, some of the choices my dad made. But there are still some other things that affected me that were uncalled for. That's another story. My mom is also Kat's mom. So ever since I was a little girl, you know, comprehending everything, I was the first great-grandchild. I was the first grandchild. I grew up, you know, with that. And then all of a sudden, when I'm 20 or something, 22, 23, I don't know, I find out I really wasn't, because my mom was forced to give her first baby up for adoption. And the only ones that knew were her dad, her mom, and her sister. Nobody else knew. So that is something she had to carry her entire life, up until the point where Kat was seeking her birth mom. So then I was like, wow, my mom also had a lot to deal with. You know, on top of having a baby at 19 and being forced by your father to give her up. You know, I mean, I never had a chance to talk to my mom about that, to know her real feelings. She never opened up. So it's like hitting me, the things she had to carry with her throughout life. And she didn't seek counseling in the beginning that I'm aware of. Sorry. So, I'm 50 years old, and I'm just, you know, that light bulb went up in my head. I knew my mom had some demons to take care of because her parents were divorced. Her stepdad was physically abusive to her mother. I mean, I knew that stuff. But for the longest time, I didn't comprehend how it must have felt being forced to give up your first child. Ding, 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 light bulb. Oh, I'm kind of going off here and there everywhere. Sorry. This will probably be a long video. I want to show you some couple drawings I did recently. The word shine is actually on the back of the paper, but you can see through it. So the drawing itself is the word hope. And I was trying to use blending colored pencils. That was my attempt. Then on my black art paper, backwards, well, it's backwards for me. So that's cool. I like how they turned out. And I keep a binder. I think I already showed this to you guys before. I keep a binder of things I've colored, things I've drawn, that kind of thing. So art has been a good escape for me. Yay. Let me think. Oh, thanks to my aunt for the fudge. Yum, yum, yum. I've been doing, this is what I have left, and it was over a week ago, I think, that she gave it to me. It's turtle. So it's got the big chunks of caramel and pecans and chocolate. Hello. Perfect. I love it. And I just cut off a little piece of it when I need some chocolate. I've been doing much better with my diet here. I think it's because I'm more comfortable here. I don't know. Anyway, since I've been down here, I've been drinking Diet Pop. I haven't given up pop because I'm addicted. So one step at a time. However, I am still having treats once in a while because I was a Big B addict also. So I do have iced coffee now and then. Yesterday we went grocery shopping. I got a couple of snacks that are somewhat more healthy than chocolate. Pistachios. No shell because I'm lazy. Salted with sea salt. Yum. Good snack, I believe. Healthy fat. This one's a little more, but they're my favorite nut ever. Pecans. Glazed honey cinnamon. Yum. And what else was I going to say? Oh, I have to let you guys know I was very anxious about my car insurance. Well, I reached out to what I was familiar with, and that was my church up in Sparta where I was going to religiously prior to COVID. I reached out to, I sent an email to the church and the pastor, so they both got my email, and I just, because I had been so emotional and just so worked up, I wasn't asking for money, I was asking for prayer. Filled them in on my situation, filled them in on all the pain I've been going through, filled them in that I moved recently, I don't have any income at all, and the pain gets overwhelming. Simple things are difficult to do now. So, like an hour or two after my email, I got a call from the pastor, and we talked, and they helped me out, and so I'm ever so grateful. So grateful. Praise the Lord. And I don't say that in a joking way. Seriously, God is good. And I'm even wearing a shirt with a biblical Isaiah 9:6. I think it's supposed to be more of a Christmas time shirt, but for to us a child born, to us a son is given. It's hard to read it upside down. Anyway, going all over here. Something I wanted to mention. I wanted to try to start blogging again, and I did do one blog post. My laptop, I've mentioned this before, has been crashing every time I use it. But most recently, it's been crashing multiple times when I'm using it. And just yesterday, as I sent the crash report to someone that knows computers, hoping that they would be able to help me without charging me, as I was doing that, I'm like, another light bulb went off, and I'm like, you know what? I realized my laptop, the underneath of it was hot, quite hot. And I'm like, I haven't heard those internal fans go off in a long time. Like, a long time. Let's just say that that's probably what the problem is. So this person that knows the computers offered to look at it and fix it, but I'm like, I don't have any money. I have like $25. So if that, $23, I think. So fans, I think I don't know where he would get them, but said something about them costing $14. The thing is, I don't know if that's what's wrong, but I want to try opening the laptop and seeing if it just maybe needs canned air cleaning. Maybe it's all dusted up. I don't know. But I haven't found anything tiny enough to open the laptop. So I've noticed, I had mentioned before that I wanted to try to make money blogging and YouTubing. But you need to be at certain thresholds in order to do that. Unless you put in your description, here's my PayPal link. If you're so inclined, help me out. I may just start doing that. I've done it before, but and with my blog, currently I don't have, in order to use the word ads, which is similar to Google AdSense, you have to be you have to have a premium plan, which is like $50 for the year or something, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when you have nothing, it's a lot. So those are my current thoughts and dilemmas on things. My doctor appointment is coming, but waiting for it is difficult. I've been, I'm sorry, brain fart. I'm hoping that I'll get some sort of answer at that first doctor's appointment. I don't know if I will, or if maybe he can prescribe something that's stronger than what I'm taking. Because I tell you, sometimes I just sit and cry. And every morning, I sit on the edge of the bed and I get flashbacks of my mom. Because she couldn't get up. So I've been dealing a lot with that, flashbacks of my mom and her situation and how I'm in a similar one. I'm only 50. I've got all these pains. But the difference is, I want to be around a long time yet. So I need to look past and accept if I need to use mobility aids. Because I don't want to be a recluse like my mom was. I want to enjoy my grandkids. I want to watch them grow. I want to see my youngest daughter get married. I want to see my grandkids graduate. I mean, God willing, I can live that long. It does hurt being limited in your mobility. This is why I'm doing weekly therapy, because it's very emotional. I apologize. Anyway, I am actively seeking disability. I have to get in touch with the lawyer that I was using and see if he can like file a motion to reopen the case or something. I don't know exactly what it's called, but my car, once upon a time I told you I was court ordered to pay $50 a week or $200 a month. Since I've not been working, that hasn't happened, and so I'm behind. The last month that was fully paid was May. So I recently got something from the court called a motion to set aside order for installment payments. I don't exactly understand what that means, but I have nothing to garnish. So if the credit union decides to get a periodic writ of garnishment, I don't know what they're going to garnish. So that's that. That's an anxiety too. Right now, I've had people tell me that they don't, because of how old the car is, they don't really want to repo the car, probably. They just want money. Unfortunately, I don't have any. Hiya. So this is all just gonna be a big negative, more big negative on my credit report. What do you do? What do you do? I'm trying. Another thing that went through my mind, and I apologize, this is a really long video. I hope it uploads. I hope it uploads. If it doesn't, I'm not going to re-record, I don't think. Maybe another day. Anyway, another thing I was thinking is, once upon a time, when I was working at Meyer Corporate a long time ago, and I was still married a long time ago, I used to get so irritated by people that were mooching. I had the wrong type of negative thoughts. I know there are people that do work the system, but I'm not one of them. I'm learning my lesson. It's okay to ask for help. I grew up not wanting to ask anyone for help, being ashamed if I needed to ask for money. I still don't like to do that. But sometimes you get into a predicament and you need help. And it's okay. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to not be okay. But when you're in a really deep low, reach out to someone you trust. Reach out to me. I mean, I'm a good listener, and despite being so emotional myself, I may be able to help. Keep the faith. All right. That is it. That is all. You guys have yourself a wonderful Sunday or Monday or Tuesday or whatever the day it is when you're seeing this. And I wish you peace, love, and happiness.